Merry Christmas, everybody! So although this is obviously uploaded on Christmas Day, hope you're all having a good time. Joy to the world and all that cheese. But at the time of recording it's not, and the tree isn't decorated yet, so yeah. Look out for Sibling Sync video though, when we decorate it with Izzy. Oh yeah. Anyway, today I thought I'd do a really generic video. The first time tag. Get some, you know, juicy stories on me. So, my first word was apparently dad. Really boring, really generic, nothing interesting. It was dad, apparently. Who was my first boyfriend? Frodo Baggins. Yup. We had some good times. Who was my first kiss? Now, obviously I won't disclose his name or anything, but I was 15, 2 days before my 16th birthday, and he was very experienced, let's say, and he, you know, taught me basically like a lesson how to kiss properly. It was quite funny because, you know, we were doing the thing, it was, you know, just like that, and he was just like, little less, and I was like, okay, and then later he was just like, little more. I was, okay. And that was my first kiss. What is the first film I ever saw? The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. It's where I first met my beloved. I pity my mum so much because, no word of a lie, for the next 10 solid years of my life, I would watch one of the Lord of the Rings films every single day. True story. What is the first book I ever read? Here's where it gets all juicy. I have no idea why, but it wasn't like Harry Potter or anything. My first book that I read was Private Peaceful. I think it was for school or something, but my god, you have not known grief, misery, true harrows of life until you have seen or read Private Peaceful. My god, it's a sad book. What was the first album I ever bought? I didn't buy it, but it was the first album I received. Lady Gaga, The Fame Monster. It was quite funny because the other day at this youth club that I volunteer at, there's a drumming school upstairs and they had been practicing Shape of You by Ed Sheeran for weeks. Suddenly, one of the children's mothers says, "You can't do that song, the lyrics are too forward." And I'm just like, okay, I was given an album by Lady Gaga when I was 8 years old, with lyrics such as, "I touch myself all through the night, I touch myself till I'm all dry, give it to me again and again, 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 never stop," right? It didn't damage me, I'm still one of the most innocent people you could meet. I didn't know what the lyrics meant until about 2 years ago, okay? As a child, when you hear these things, it goes in one ear and out the other. But no, I'm in Love with the Shape of You was apparently far too forward and they had to just reboot everything. Anyway, that was my first album. What was my first audition? I mentioned before that I have an acting agent and I'm trying to get into the scene, as it were. And my first audition, I was 10 years old for the Year 6 summer production. Oh, I was 11. The Year 6 summer production at my primary school, and I was just in my bubble all the time. Like, I had no idea what was going on around me. And somehow, everyone else who went to the audition had a script and learnt lines. I didn't. I had no idea we were given scripts, and I had no idea what I was doing, what I was saying. No one would give me their script. So look at, I was shitting myself, quite literally, and it got to, like, 4 of us were on stage at one time, you know, doing a scene as the audition, and basically one of the things I said was, "I love you, Adelaide." And actually I was Adelaide saying that to the guy, not the guy saying it to Adelaide. I was Adelaide, and I was like, I love you, Adelaide. And so that was that, which wasn't great. But then we actually had to do a singing part of the audition. I can't sing. Oh dear. The headmaster walked in. Now this head teacher, right, is an arsehole. He does not know how to be around children, should not work with children, and clearly does not like children. So he's in the wrong profession. But he walked in and he was, you know, really smugly and cockily just eating an apple, arms crossed. So what are these whippersnappers doing? And it came to me singing and I didn't know the lines, and I just burst into tears on stage. I mean, I still got a part. I was an extra, but that was my first audition. What was my first tantrum? And obviously I don't remember my first tantrum because I was like 2, maybe younger. But from what I can remember, as far back as I can remember, my first tantrum was when I was 7 years old. And, well, I must have been younger than 7. I must have been a lot younger than 7 for this. Anyway, you know when you have those milk bottles that babies have with like the rubber top that you suck? This looks really... Okay, yeah, you know what I mean. And my mum tried to transition me to normal bottles, you know, normal cups and stuff. And I wasn't having any of it. I had this green cup that my mum tried to transition me to, and I was so outraged and offended that I didn't have a normal milk bottle and I had this green cup. Just remember, we were living in a flat and there were people below us, right? I just remember I threw it onto the ground with all my might and stomped to my bedroom. To the neighbours who lived underneath me at the time, I am so sorry. Yeah, that's the first like proper tantrum I can remember. Obviously I'd have had one before, but yeah. What was my first injury? This I do remember. So I was 2 years old and I was watching my mum chop some potatoes. Obviously she was chopping them with a sharp knife. The phone rang and I don't know why, but I distinctly remember like a 60s bright red phone that she went to go answer. Anyway, I thought I could help her chop the potatoes while she's on the phone. So I wrapped my whole hand around the potato, got the sharp knife and went for it. I almost cut my little finger off. I cut it right down to the bone, and I don't remember that part of it. I don't remember any pain, I just remember all the bits before. It has left me, I don't know if that's focusing or not, with a scar of a C. I have my initial as a scar. How amazing is that? I don't know if it's focusing, it probably isn't, but yeah! Who was my first friend? Izzy Belly, Sibling Sync, go check it out because we're bae. And yeah, basically, Izzy lived below me first few years before moving to the house she lives in now. And basically, she's 2 years younger than me and her parents are my godparents. Right, but I just say that I've known her my whole life because I've known her whole life, you know? And I have lots of various like childhood photos of us that I can montage here. Okay, that's enough. And yeah, Izzy, you da baby. Okay, that was cringe, I'll stop that. And Sam's home from school. Hey babe, you've broken up for Christmas, how are you? He's singing. What was my first swear word? Apparently, my first swear word was wanker, because my dad has seriously bad road rage and F's and blinds and everything when he's driving. Like, I hate getting in a car with him. I have a story to tell you on that front, actually. Story time with Charlie coming soon. Yeah, driving with dad is not fun, but apparently I picked up the word wanker from a young age from just being in a car with dad. Yeah. My first birthing. What I mean by that, okay, is like the first person I ever witnessed being born. I've only ever witnessed one person, but my brother Sam, when he was born, I distinctly remember I was 3 and it was a nightmare for my parents. My mum was in fucking labour for 5 hours and my dad was just running around the hospital chasing me because I was running around the hospital floor like a dog. And that was when my brother was born. My first house. We first lived in a flat, which the house, the actual building of that is being demolished now, which is a shame. Sam, can you stop making like background noises? If looks could kill. And I've only lived in a house for 3 years of my life, because we live in a flat now, but the first flat that we ever lived in remains to be the best house I've ever lived in. I wish we could go back there. I really do. I had my own room because Sam slept in a cupboard in the living room. I'm not even joking. We had a garden area, which we don't have here. Yeah, I miss it. The first time I ever did the sex, the down and dirty, you know. I'm 18 in like a week, but I haven't. Still have the V card. Yeah, it's quite funny. Just make me think of a Shameless episode. Carl's girlfriend was just like, "Are you a virgin?" And he went, "No." And she goes, "Oh well, I am." And he went, "Yeah, me too." I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, I just haven't. I mean, I could have lost it by now, but I don't wanna do it with just anybody, you know? I have respect for myself. I am not a slut. Okay, that is all we have time for today. And I hope you guys are having a very Merry Christmas. Be sure to leave a like down below and to smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Head over to Sibling Sync to check out the videos I've done with Izzy, and head over to Chucky Days to check out some vlogs. I think that's about it. Have a good one, guys. Cheesy wave. Subscribe. I can't read. It was staring down. Sorry. What's so funny about that? The lighting is fine, I just mean generally I can't read. Oh, okay. Because I'm mucking it up. Okay. Carry on. Welcome back to Sibling Sync! We know it's been over a year now. It's been like a year and a half. God. Yeah, it's been a year and a half since we've uploaded on this channel. But we're still here, and it's Christmas.